The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Burkeen, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez. Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge. Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. And the Bugman, we get them before they get you. Here's your host, Lee Burkeen.
Hi everyone, Lee Burkeen with the Sports Scouting Report podcast. Be sure to go to our website, lafootballmagazine.com. I didn't even tell Coach this, but Travis Bourgeois is going to be our guest today from Episcopal High School, and also two of his top football players are going to join us, but their team previews on our website this morning. So actually everybody's looking at me here. They didn't even know that, but I just wrote the Episcopal preview. It's up to be read. Go to lafootballmagazine.com. We've got Coach Bourgeois joining us in a second, Braeden George, and we've got a running back, Reid Chauvin, who is a big-time, little powerful running back. He hurts people when he runs. This guy, I watched him in the Jamboree recently. When I talked to Coach about it, we'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back, Lee Burkeen, the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're at Denham Springs High School. I want to thank Britt Beard for allowing us to use his facilities to do a lot of shows today. We're filming a lot of Baton Rouge shows. I want to go ahead and go to Coach Travis Bourgeois, who joins us, the head coach, longtime head coach of Episcopal High School. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks for having us, Lee.
Thank you for bringing the kids that we're going to see in a few minutes. But tell everybody, how many years have you been at Episcopal now?
This is year 29 at Episcopal, 24th as head coach. It's my only job in high school. I'm very fortunate to be at the same school for that many years.
So you got on a bus at UAB and then came to Episcopal,
from Birmingham to Baton Rouge.
Baseball player at UAB. I didn't even know that all these years, but I knew you played baseball, but I didn't know UAB in Birmingham.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. Birmingham was in the prime when it was up and coming. Vestavia Hills, Mountain Brook, all those areas.
All those areas.
Good memories from Birmingham.
Now you got Hoover over there. That's
Hoover
big.
Booming as well.
Booming.
Yeah.
What'd you play? What position in baseball?
I played outfield.
Okay.
Center? No, I was a corner guy. Didn't have that speed to play center, but
Josh Pearson kind of guy?
Yeah, I'd say that. Not as much as Pop, but had a good college experience.
And also coached baseball. And are you still the head baseball coach?
Yeah, this is year 10 for baseball.
You don't stop.
My kids don't stop, so I just try to keep up with them, and they keep me young and they keep me on my toes. So. Good place to be and good group to work with.
Coach Bourgeois is a graduate of Ascension Catholic in Donaldsonville, right? And they were in your Jamboree this past week.
They were.
Interested in having them there.
Just a good community, good program.
You probably knew a lot of the parents.
I did. I played with a lot of the parents, and now I'm coaching against their sons. So pretty interesting times.
Travis, what I always like about you is every year you lose a big senior class, which is big for Episcopal every year. I mean, you lose 12 guys. That's like 10 starters, both sides of the ball sometimes for you. But you always find a way to have another young group come up, get them experience, develop them. And, your staff does a phenomenal job, and your AD, Randy Richard. But, I'm so impressed with the organization at Episcopal and the toughness of your kids. I mean, they come out and pop. I mean, I was at your Jamboree, and there was some popping going on against Catholic Point Capee. They're not scared. Kids are not scared to sit there and play tough football.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with continuity with the coaching staff. And also, our kids, the freshmen and sophomores, that's your scout team. So they're playing against varsity guys, probably a little earlier than they need to be. Yeah. But it's also gaining experience and letting the coaches see what they're capable of. So I think, year in and year out, each class passes it on to the next year, and that's all you can hope for as a coach is real consistent program and kids that play and get better year in and year out, and having quality assistant coaches and continuity with the program, I think is a key to that.
You've seen some of the best teams come out of the Baton Rouge area besides some that you've had. Dunham last year had a great team.
Yeah.
East Feliciana's great every year you play. Y'all play. It seems like y'all end up playing Newman every year.
Yep.
And Country Day. I mean, those seem like the big usual programs. But what do you think of 2A ball? in this state. What do you think of the talent level?
Right. I mean, it's the only level that I know and I've coached against.
Yeah.
So, I really don't have a great opinion about it. But, from top to bottom, we got teams that compete with 5A schools. When you get to the upper tier of 2A, and year in and year out, there's athletes that continue to play college football. So it doesn't matter what level you're at in Louisiana, especially.
Right.
I mean, there's athletes and there's talent and there's good coaching on every level. So you may not have the numbers as some people, but per capita, I mean, there's a lot of quality football, regardless of a classification in Louisiana.
I ditto that, Coach. We're going to take a break. Come right back for the rest of the show. Be right back with Coach Travis Bourgeois.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez.
Welcome back. Lieber King with the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're going to meet a couple of Episcopal's players, Braeden George, Reid Chauvin, 2 running backs, 2 DBs. They play both sides of the football for you. You utilize your guys very well. And if a guy can help you on D, he's going to play D. If he can help you on offense, right, Coach?
That's the challenge of 2A ball. You just got to survive. And especially early on with cramping and the heat, it's always a puzzle to figure out how you're going to put it together. But kids step up when they have to, and that's the important thing.
Episcopal's had its share of great athletes. One's on your staff now, Van Hollis, who's played at Kentucky. The late Jimmy Williams was one of the greatest ever to come out of Baton Rouge, played at Episcopal. The Underwood brothers play college ball. You got a kid at Tulane right now that played for you.
Austin Seibert.
A lot of guys play baseball college from your school. One I recently, Hill is at Ole Miss, I saw, right?
Luke Hill just transferred to Ole Miss.
What do you think of that from Arizona State?
Yeah, just real happy for Luke. A great athlete. Luke's the guy that could have been a quarterback on a football team, could have been a point guard, real special athlete. Got a great family. His work ethic is top to none. This kid would wake up at 5 in the morning and work out, and he'd come to school and he'd work more. Just, you knew that kid had something special in him, and just hoping for great things for him because he's well deserving of it.
For an infielder, boy, he's got some power.
He does. He throws a little pop. You think he might be a corner guy, but he's proven people wrong that he can play shortstop.
Coach, talk about Reid Chauvin that's going to be joining us soon. You're running back, and also Braeden George. Good combination there for you this year.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's always good, especially trying to break in our quarterback, Zach, who's first time as a sophomore, having these 2 guys back for us on the offensive side of the ball. What I like about these guys is not only what they do on the field, but off the field. They're good leaders. They're not big rah-rah guys, but they do lead by example in the weight room, on and off the field. They just do things the right way. Both of them, want to continue playing at that next level, and, their work ethic, as long as they continue to do the right things, they'll get that opportunity. But just kind of different styles. Reid likes to run that ball between the tackle, and he's not afraid to run over people. Also, surprising about Reid is his hands. We run a lot of screens to Reid out the backfield. This year, he's also going to have to help us on the defensive side at the linebacker position. But Braeden been playing a lot of ball for us. It's his senior year, but he's one of our explosive guys on the offensive side of the ball. When you put the ball in his hand, good things usually happen. Even though if you're not blocking, he's able to create some good things. But another guy that you can line up as a wide receiver, he's got good hands for us as well. And we'll use him on the defensive side of the ball in certain situations. But, for us, 2 guys that we'll depend on heavily if we're going to be successful this year.
I want to throw some guys out to you that are big leaders for you, tough guys. J.B. Sessions, Ethan Ott, Cresson. Chase, big-time player. His brother was a big-time player for you. Lynn, Ethan Ott.
Right.
These are some guys that are really tough guys for you in your program.
That's the chemistry. That's where it starts. Again, similar type of kids with their work ethic, the way they practice. And that's what helps them out in the game because they know one speed and only, which is good. And it's also good that those younger kids get to see guys like that practice every day to see what level they have to get to. But that's definitely the core of our guys and our leaders. But we have some other guys out there that have done great jobs for us as well. And that's what that's the key to being success is you can't just have 1 or 2 or 5. It's got to be more guys contributed, especially if you're going to succeed in the playoffs.
Coach, thank you for coming today. Appreciate you being here. As always, you do a great job, you and your staff. And I always enjoy hanging out with you and the staff before a game. And coming into you always have coffee, Chick-fil-A, something. I mean, there's always something to eat or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a TV set up and everything. So.
Well, we appreciate what you do for high school football and the way you promote it, man. You do it first class.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Travis Bourgeois next. 2 of his players, we're going to join them one by one. We'll start with whoever wants to come on the set first. We'll be right back.
Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge.
Welcome back, Lee Burkeen, the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're at Denham Springs High School. I want to thank Travis Bourgeois for doing the interview with us from Episcopal. We've got several shows we're going to be doing today. Bel Air, we'll be doing Bel Air later today. We'll be doing Zachary, Catholic Point Capee, several schools, Live Oak. We're doing a lot of shows today, and we're inviting kids, some big-time players nationally, some that should be, some that will be, and some are juniors, some are seniors. This interview is going to be a junior, class of 225. Sometimes Reid, Chauvin, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I think of you as a senior, but you're only a junior.
Yeah.
Because you look like a senior the way you run the football. I was at your jamboree, and I saw you take a run up the middle, and you burst, you hit it, and 3 linebackers found you. And then they were on the ground, and none of them got up for a while. And I'm like, this guy runs with some power. And, you know, you hear of the weight room maxes a lot, but it doesn't always show on the field. But you said that you squat max 540,
Yes, sir.
bench 330. You look like that in a game, which is good. You know, I mean, 5'8"-ish, 185. But you and Braeden George, I mean, y'all are like a great little combo going on now at running back, right?
Yes, sir. I think he compliments me a lot with my running style, and I compliment him. He compliments me because like the defense can't control the outside and inside at the same time, and I think they have to like pick their poison who they want to defend the most.
Braden's a senior.
Yes, sir.
You're a junior. He's great outside. You're like punishing people, and you can go outside. What is it like playing in Class 2A against the East Felicianas, the Newmans, the Country Days? You've seen everything because you started playing as a young guy.
Yes, sir.
What is it like to get to play early on in your career at a 2A school?
Well, I mean, I played a little bit freshman year when like subs were needed, and I think that really like helped me get experience on the field because like I got like thrown in sophomore year, just like started, and I think the experience that I got my freshman year really like helped me to relax and like just be more comfortable on the field and like know what I'm doing and stuff like that.
You told me your hobby is weightlifting. I asked you your hobby again. You said going to the gym. I was like, that's weightlifting. You were all in on weightlifting. Like, you love weightlifting.
Yes, sir.
So any time you have, you're in there, you're about to break some records, right? For your weight class?
I already did for this school, but I failed the bench state record at state this year.
You want to get that?
Yes, sir.
What's the record right now?
335, and I failed 335, but I hit 330 at practice.
So you're only 5 pounds away.
Yes, sir.
Now, how many reps can you do over 300 pounds bench?
I haven't tried.
Okay. That's a lot of weight, 330 for a guy 185.
Yes, sir.
Man.
I was 165 during powerlifting.
You watch the Strongest Man competition late at night? You ever watch it? And guys from those other countries are like flipping over cars and stuff. What do you need to work on for college? You got 2 years of football left. You got this year and next year.
Well, I mean, I definitely have my strength. I just need to like work on my agility and stuff. I definitely say my vertical too. But, you know, it's just all about everything. It's not about one thing, trying to increase it.
What do you want to major in?
Engineering.
What type of engineering? Do you know?
I mean, chemical, but I haven't really thought about it that much.
Okay. Well, you got 2 years left.
Yes, sir.
When you're lifting weights, you got to think about it a little bit more, you know? What do you think of Coach Bourgeois? What's it like playing for Coach Travis?
He's a great coach. I mean, he really steps in and like says stuff when it's needed to be for the team. Because like, I mean, our leaders this year, they're good, but like they're not as vocal as most years that when I was my junior or freshman year. So I think like when a word needs to be said, he says it.
You're a guy that looks fast on the field, and I take it you time 4.5 at least.
Right, sir.
Got a good burst. You got 2 years of great football left. You had 15 touchdowns last year. You got a chance to do that again. Your buddy here, who's going to join us, had 15 touchdowns. You had 30 touchdowns between the two of you last year.
Yes, sir.
Have y'all talked about like breaking that or having even a better year this year?
No, we haven't. But I mean, I guess the goal is 40 this year.
That was a great year. Your sophomore year.
Yes, sir.
Man, good luck to you,
Thank
Reid.
you.
I mean, you got 2 years left. Braden's going to join us. I'm sure he's going to talk a little bit about you also. And good luck to you this year, man.
Thank you. Thank you for
Reid
having me.
Chauvin. We're going to be back with Braeden George. the other running back for Episcopal. Man, these two guys are phenomenal. They're going to be tough to stop this year in Class 2A for Episcopal. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the show. We've met Reid Chauvin, junior running back, junior, class 225. Coach Travis Bourgeois, and now we have a senior, class 224, Braeden George. He's one of the top players in Baton Rouge. And I heard a little birdie told me, is it true Navy offered you?
Yes, sir.
What do you think of that?
That's amazing. My mom, she was in the military. She was very excited about it.
There you go. What branch was she in?
Medical.
Navy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say no to Navy now, huh, with Mom?
Yeah, a little bit. She's looming on my shoulder right now, waiting for me to make a decision.
So you didn't commit yet?
No, sir.
Who else kind of jumped in to recruit you now that you've pretty much blossomed this going into your senior year?
I got an offer from Cornell, and I've been talking to Southern Mississippi State and Southeastern.
What do you think about all that? I mean, you got the great military school that has a lot to it more than just football. Do you look at it that way since your mom has a different
I look at
role
it that
there?
way. Ever since I started playing football, a big thing about going to college to play football is like, what's after football? I'm not gonna be able to play football forever, so I'm thinking about what's after football, and I think that's a very great opportunity, and it's kind of hard to pass on.
Did you ever catch your mom watching the Navy-Army game? Or
Yeah, we watched the Navy-Notre Dame game the other day.
Oh, but I missed it, but I heard it wasn't that good, though, for Navy.
She's still excited about it, though.
That's what's big, though. So that's grown on you a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Have you been to the Navy?
No, sir. I plan on attending the game in like the next 2 months.
You ought to go to the Navy-Army game, huh?
I should.
I watch Air Force a lot. I like the running game. But it's kind of hard to run on people 99% of the time.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, you and your buddy Reid actually do that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Reid came on earlier. Y'all had 30 touchdowns between the two of you last year. Y'all had over 2,000 yards total. Y'all both can catch the ball in the backfield. What do you think of having him as your guy so you don't run too much?
I think having him next to me is just a blessing. I don't have to, as much as some running backs would love to just get the ball all the time, I love to be able to say, hey, if I can't run the ball, I got a dog right next to me. He can be able to run the ball.
Right. And you want to have treads on your legs for college too, right?
Yes,
You want to have something left in the tank. You told me something very interesting, and I saw y'all's jamboree. I was at the jamboree on the sideline. You and Reid, weight-wise, are bigger than a couple of your offensive linemen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, sir.
What's that like?
It's fine, man. We got some
tough kids, though.
They're tough. They're tough as hell. But, they move. They're fast. They can pull real quick. I just get behind them, run. They're not going to be able to lay those big guys down, but they're going to get in the way.
What's it like when you got to switch over the DB, right, when you're finished running the ball?
It's a little tough, but I love it. It's just something about being there. Like, defense, to me, is a whole different, space of energy. It's just a lot more hype, a lot more, I'm, more into it, more locked in.
You're a bigger guy now. Tell everybody your height and weight going into your
6 foot, 180.
But you were, always, 160-ish early on?
Yes, sir.
But you filled out. Mm-hmm. You doing any track anymore?
Yes, sir. Track? I still do track. 100, 200, long jump, 4x1.
What's it like running 100 meters?
I love it. It's so fun.
What have you cracked in that, the best time?
Best time, 10.9.
You did a 10.9? Wow.
It was the week before state at regionals.
The best I ran was a 10.99 in 1989 at Central High School.
That's crazy. And
that was the best day of my life. I didn't have those 15 touchdowns and those 1,000 yards, but I love track. I ran for Central, and we ran indoor. Finished high up in the state that year. So I like a little track. Now, track-wise, what else do you do for them besides, you said, the 100?
100, 200, long jump, and I switch between the 4x1 and the 4x2.
Wow. Do you throw the javelin?
No. I tried one time to hit me in the back of the head.
Come on, man. Reid, as strong as Reid is, he ought to be throwing the javelin, right?
You should.
You said he's a different strong. You're strong.
Oh, yeah, I'm strong. That's a different type of strong.
Y'all never get in, the same group, I guess, the bench?
No.
I didn't like that when I was playing football because they put me with the linemen, and I didn't want to take off all those plates. And they said, leave the plates on. Like, man, I'm 165 back in the day when I was playing. These guys were 230, and they were benching 275, 8, 9 reps. But you like to keep your plates a certain setup.
Yes, sir.
So Navy, what you waiting on, man? What's the
I don't know, man. I'm just nervous.
that final decision?
Yes, sir. That's a big like step to me.
You gonna wait till you go visit?
Yes, sir.
Mom's coming, I guess, right?
Of course, my mom and my uncle.
How much is Mama recruiting you to go to Navy?
Every day. She's like, she calls me, you made a decision yet? You made a decision yet? I'm like, nah, I don't know yet, Mom.
You need to take Reid with you, man, because he fits that Navy protocol too.
I think they love him. The coach told me on the phone yesterday, he said, we're looking for bigger backs. Guys that are more filled out. I'm like, I think I got somebody for you.
Because you're going to be a DB in
Yes,
college. Good luck to you. You're going to have a great senior year, Braeden. Good to meet you. I've seen you play a few times, but I know y'all going to have a great year this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Braeden George, Episcopal, senior this year. Going to play DB in college, already offered by Navy, and a running back, great running back for Episcopal. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.